Hi guys, so I'm gonna read More Fun Comics number 52. So this is the first appearance of the Spectre. Sorry about the low quality of the scans. Sometimes I think they're like printed from the original comics, so the scans are very low quality sometimes. But the Spectre by Jerry Siegel and Bernard Bailey. So yeah, Jerry Siegel was a co-creator on Superman. Introduction: The Spectre, a supernatural being whose mission on Earth is to stamp out crime and to enforce justice. With the aid of such weird powers as becoming invisible, walking through walls, and delivering death with a glance. Early evening within the boarding house room of Jim Corrigan, hard-boiled detective shares with Dwayne Grant, fellow detective and close friend. Love finds Jim Corrigan. Why a beautiful and wealthy young socialite like Clarice Winston should wait to announce her engagement tonight to a lug like you is beyond me. Or should want to announce, sorry. Search me. Either I'm the luckiest mug on earth, or I have it all over Clark Gable. Tuxedo, bow tie, it ought to be fun to see you in a year from now. It ought to be fun ducking your head in the sink, too. My land, Mr. Corrigan, stop acting like, babies. There's a man to see you, a Mr. Louis Snipe. You better hurry downstairs before your favorite stool pigeon pulls uh, a bait. I think a bait. I can't see that word. What is it, Stoolie? If you're wasting my time on a night like this, It's something big. The Westmore warehouse is gonna be robbed tonight. They're gonna take a fortune in furs. I'll get something for telling you this, won't I? Yes, the tip of my foot. Remember, let me know whenever you get this kind of information. Springing promptly into action, Jim halts a passing taxi. I should be driving towards Clarice's party, but this tip is too important to pass up. Reaching the Westmore warehouse, Jim takes up a lonely vigil in an alley across the street minutes pass, or drag. I wonder if Louis took a whiff of dope and started hearing things. Uh, I don't know if that actually means like dope, like drugs. I don't know. I don't know anyway. But shortly later, he is rewarded when a truck drives up to the rear of the warehouse. Men hurriedly climb out. Gat Benson's men. This is luck. Cautiously, Jim sneaks up on the guard. Then, having disposed of the guard, Jim makes his way to the top of the truck. All right, you mugs, up with your hands. Huh, a cop. One of the crooks tries to draw his gun. No, you don't. As the thieves disregard his orders and reach for their guns, he streaks down into their midst. I guess you don't think I mean business. Ugh, convinced ye. Trying to ruin my tuxedo, eh? I'll stand for anything but that. Meanwhile, at her party, Clarice frets. I wonder what's keeping Jim. The nerve of him. I wish you'd reconsidering marrying this bore. I love Jim and nothing can alter that. But if he doesn't show up soon, I'm going to lose my temper. Her patience exhausted, Clarice telephones Wayne. What in the world is keeping Jim? He hasn't arrived yet, Clarice? That's odd, he left some time ago. Next, Clarice telephones police headquarters. And frankly, I'm worried. Can't you give me a clue to Jim's whereabouts? Jim Corrigan? He just tangled with and subdued a gang of crooks single-handed. What a man. You'll find him at the Lakeside Hospital receiving repairs, Miss Winston. If anything serious has happened to Jim, I'll just die. Hi, Toots. How did you find me? Gosh, you make a pretty good detective yourself. Don't Toots me, Jim Corrigan. If I wasn't a lady, I'd be inclined to knock your ears off. Now calm yourself, dear. I can explain everything. You better. Later, as they emerge from the hospital and enter Clarice's roadster, Clarice and Jim are unaware that the hate-filled eyes regard them from a sedan parked across the street. There's Corrigan, Gat, shall I? Not yet. Corrigan stuck his nose in my affairs once too often, and I'm going to attend to him proper. As Jim drives off in Clarice's car, he is completely unaware that they're being trailed by the gangster's auto. Oh, come on, sugar, relax. Don't be a sorehead. I've got a right to be angry if I want to. Jim wheels the car into a deserted side road, halts. Why did you stop? Because it's high time I told you a thing or two. Why a real lady like you should be interested in a mug like me is beyond me. But one thing is certain. There's going to be one boss in our family, and that's me. Jim Corrigan, you're a tyrant, a bully, and a conceited fool. But I love you. Just as long as you love me. Sorry to break up such a touching love scene, but raise 'em. And no tricks. Gat Benson! Into the car, both of you. A false move from either of you, and the girl gets the first bullet. I guess it's unnecessary to remind you, Benson, that I think you're a rat. I never did like you, Gat, and right now I have an impulse to cave in your face with my fist. Talk fast, copper. You may not have much longer to talk in this world. Later, the sedan drives within a small warehouse on the waterfront. Take the dame into the next room. Come on, you. Let me go. Take your hands off. Ugh. That'll hold you. After Clarice has been removed from the room, into the barrel with him. Get the cement for the cement. I'll get it, Gat. Cement and water are poured into the barrel, completely covering Jim. Get some more men and roll this, thinks, onto the wharf. Something, anyway. Heave it. Here it goes. Splash. Gosh, what a way to die. And that's what happens to coppers who think they can outsmart Gat Benson. Down hurtles the barrel like a plummet, until it strikes bottom and settles placidly upon its side. Where am I? Ahead, a patch of light. Up towards the streaming light ahead streams Jim's figure at an infinite speed. As he nears the light, his speed slows. What has happened to me? Until he stops completely, remaining suspended before it. Only one thing can explain this experience. I'm dead. But for some reason, I'm not passing through the gates of eternity. Why? Listen, Jim Corrigan, and you will learn. Your mission on Earth is unfinished. You shall remain earthbound, battling crime on your world with supernatural powers, until all vestiges of it are gone. But I don't want to return to Earth. I want eternal peace, But his protests are unanswered. Down streaks Jim, too. A sharp concussion, hurtling stars, then an unfolding darkness. Abruptly, I'm seated at the bottom of the river, and yet I don't drown. A hand protruding from the cement. Good Lord, I must be looking at my own body. Gat Benson and his men did this to me. They'll pay for it, and heavily. And there's no time like the present to do it. Up hurtles Jim, up to the water's surface, and still up into the air to remain suspended a few feet above the river, defying gravity. Good grief, I had merely to mentally will this, and it happened. I can scarcely believe this, but below me is my shadow. The shadow, it's gone. But then as Jim wills it, the shadow reappears. It's back. There's no doubt about it. I can make myself invisible at will. Suddenly, a scream. It's Clarice in the hands of those deadly killers. Onto the wharf catapults Jim's streaking figure. They then walks directly through the warehouse wall and out of view. To be continued. So don't miss the further adventures of the new astounding character in the next and every issue of More Fun Comics. So yeah, More Fun Comics was headlined by the Spectre and Doctor Fate too, and later I think Green Arrow and Aquaman and Superboy. More fun comics had a lot of superheroes in it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later.